YouTube streets. I'm back. This is Kiki Speaks here with another review for Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 2, Episode 4. And here we go. Wait, girl, do we have a problem? I don't know, because the way that you talking to me right now could come off all kinds of ways, and it's not gonna be cool. So basically, Summer is just basically trying to explain to Jordan that she needs to be mindful of the way that she talks to people, and I don't think Jordan is trying to receive that at the moment. So it makes Summer very, mad, and it makes her very frustrated to the point where she can't even talk to Jordan at this moment. So she rushes into the house and goes up to Jasmine and starts telling Jasmine about everything that's going on between her and Jordan. And also asks Jasmine if she could stay in her room tonight because she just can't with Jordan tonight. And, Jasmine basically says, of course, and tells Summer that Jordan could be very defensive, which we all know to be true. Meanwhile, Noelle is just sitting in her room in her feelings after the situation that took place with her and Alex at the club, and basically feeling rejected by Alex, and now feeling embarrassed about, just putting herself out there to Alex to only feel like, there was disappointment on the other end, right? She told him that she was feeling him, and then sure, he told her he wasn't that interested in her in that, in the way that she was. Shanice and Nick, that's me. With all the stuff that's going on upstairs, I would definitely be Shanice and Nick downstairs with chips and dip and a drink, just earshot of all the stuff that's going on, trying to listen on to see like what's going on, what's happening upstairs, meanwhile trying to eat my chips and my dip. That would definitely be me, because who wants to be up in the bullshit when you could just, after a club night, you've been drinking all night, just have some chips and some dip. That's it, right? Summer is in Jasmine's room running it up, just running her mouth about Jordan, and how Jordan is just, she could never just talk without Jordan blowing up at her about something. And when she gives Jordan that same energy, it's a problem. And she's just tired of always having to be accommodating to Jordan's feelings, and not Jordan taking that same perspective when it comes to her. She's just always having to be in the kind disposition of things when it comes to her and Jordan. Jasmine, Amir, and Nick are there calming her and trying to get Summer to calm down and relax. They give her some water or whatever the case is. And, Summer is continuing to, say how she was there for Jordan early in the day when she was having an episode in the bathroom. She was there to be a friend, and that was a genuine thing. And while she's saying that, Shanice breaks the energy by farting. And then everybody just busts out laughing. I mean, I feel like it was the moment for it, but it wasn't the moment for it, because, Summer just like trying to get out her feelings. But she definitely broke the energy, like that bad, negative energy. And just by farting, she just made everybody laugh. And it was a way for everybody to just move on and probably just settle into the night to where they were able to go to sleep, right? Or, go into that state. Downstairs, Shanice goes downstairs and asks Jordan, is she okay? And Jordan says, or responds, that she's not well. And Shanice continues to tell Jordan that Summer revealed that she comforted Jordan in the bathroom earlier that day. And while I do understand how that was somewhat messed up of Summer to share an intimate moment like that with everybody else in the heat of a argument that she had with Jordan, and her just being upset about the argument she had with Jordan, I mean, I don't think it was crazy. I feel like Jordan took that moment, or took what Summer said, and ran with it to make the situation more sympathetic on her. And I understand as a black woman who understands Jordan's plight, it kind of felt like a moment of deflection on Jordan's part. Like, I'm sorry, and I may be wrong, and I'm sorry if I am, but it seemed like Jordan was deflecting once she found out that Summer said that she comforted her, she comforted Jordan in the bathroom earlier that day. So Jordan just didn't want to take accountability for the things that she had said or the way that she acts towards Summer. She I feel like she saw that as a get out of jail free card when it came to, her situation between her and Summer. After that whole situation and everything, everyone goes to bed. The next day, Alex, Nick, Jasmine, and Shanice all go to church. Preston and Summer sit down and talk about what transpired the night before between Summer and Jordan. Preston is there advocating for Jordan in a sense, and while talking to Summer. And honestly, I don't know how I felt about that. Like, if it was me, I would have brought my two friends together to talk it through and come to a resolve about whatever was going on, so my hands could stay clean of the situation. But I guess in my past, I found myself caught in some situations because of that. So I think it's just best to bring the two friends together to keep your hands clean and not make it look like you're taking sides, or just make it not look like you're taking anyone's sides, especially when you see both of these people as your friends. It's best to bring them together versus then going to talk to one at a time, kind of thing. So there's no things that get misconstrued when you're talking to each other, right? But that's just me. Like I said, that's just me. Noah was a bit upset about Alex not asking her to go to church. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he was thinking in the sense of he didn't want things to be awkward for Noel and him while at church, or he doesn't know Noel that well to invite her to church. So I'm not sure. I could be wrong, right? But at the same time, we finally get to see why Noelle feels the way she feels and why she is acting the way she is about Alex, right? Noelle reveals that her father left her after her parents divorced when she was 8 months old. He wasn't present nor receptive to her growing up, which led her seeking love elsewhere and leaving her with trauma of rejection. Noelle, I just want to say this. As your life continues, that trauma will remain for as long as you let it. Your relationships with men will only get worse because you'll be constantly seeking acceptance from different people, from different guys. Acceptance that your father should have given you, right? I advise you to heal that part of you. Accept your father for who he is, who he wasn't, and who he will never be in your life, and learn to be okay with that. It's okay that he's not in your life. It's okay. But you have to learn how to move on from that and build healthier relationships with men without feeling like when a guy rejects you, it's your father rejecting you all over again. So basically you have to, what they call it nowadays, you have to heal your father wound. And I believe the only way you could do that, well, I wouldn't say the only way you could do that, but one of the ways you can do that is basically seek therapy for that. Just get it all out, because it basically it's obviously still bothering you that he wasn't present, and take it for somebody who knows your experience, who's dealt with something very similar to what you're going through. um, you basically have to learn to be okay with what didn't happen in your life and what it is. If he doesn't want to be a part of your life, that's okay. Just move on from it. He doesn't want to be a part of it. Don't force anybody to be a part of your life that doesn't want to be there, because it's like it's not genuine. Let's just say that. And you should feel like you are deserving of that. And he should feel appreciative of you, but that's not what it is according to what you're saying at this point in time. So just basically move on and heal and learn how to heal from that, because every relationship that you take on, you're going to be searching for some form of acceptance that you should have been getting from your father. That's just my advice, right? Bria, in the midst of cooking, explains that she is still bothered by Jasmine buying Mariah's ticket in advance, knowing that they had an issue last season. I think Bria and Jasmine need to have an in-depth conversation about, the whole Mariah coming prior to learning Jasmine bought her ticket. Because I don't think it's that serious that they can't talk about it and just, move on from it. But I feel like Bria is dragging this out just to have the spotlight on her for whatever reason. Because it really isn't that serious. Especially when you got someone sitting right next to you. Like, girl, please, cut it out. Anyway, they have a beach day. They go to the beach, hang out, and play games for a while, and enjoy time with each other, and then eventually go back to the house. Summer and Jordan go off to talk, and before I say anything else, Jordan, where is your accountability? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That whole conversation was Jordan sitting there talking about how Summer violated her trust, Summer apologizing and trying to make sure that Jordan stayed her friend, while Jordan just gave her this dry ass look and dry ass responses, the same thing that she gave Jasmine on that damn boat. She's like, yeah, yeah. Not saying sorry, not taking the accountability for anything that she said or did, or any part that she played in, making Summer feel the way that she felt. She just was so dry. And I'm starting to believe that bitterness, because that's what's coming across now with Jordan. Bitterness is her steez. Like, that's what she do. She bitter. Like, and if she expects you to, I don't want to say bow down to the way that she feels and the way that she looks at things, but for lack of a better term or lack of a better word, bow down. That's what she expects. And it's so annoying, because now I can understand why her and Bria are friends. I don't know how cool they are with each other or how friendly they really are with each other, but they are very similar. Very similar. Anyway, it was just so annoying. Like, Jordan, I know you have a lot going on physically and emotionally, but girl, where's accountability? Where? I don't see it. Where is it? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, Bria's on the phone with Simon talking about his flight info is missing, and Bria is getting upset. She is feeling dick deprived and says she needs something like virtual where it feels real. I mean, if you FaceTime him and you just get a, you know what, never mind. Never mind. For lunch, they have a picnic outside under a white tent, and it's cute. It's real cute. Bria hosted it. And in the same token, she says that she's choosing not to share her private information or her private life with the rest of the group because, yeah, she doesn't want to and she doesn't care who likes it or who doesn't like it. Girl, shut up. Good Lord. Later that day, everyone goes out to dinner. While at dinner, Alex speaks up about Jordan suddenly being quiet. He tries to get her to open up and share what's weighing on her, and she eventually does. Jordan has been dealing with a lot. She is still processing the thought of, not the thought, but losing her mother at a very young age. She was 17 when her mom passed. And because her mom was an only child, she inherited her grandparents. And she's also dealing with her father currently being sick and trying to, you know, think of how much time she actually still has with him. She's unsure about that. And then on top of that, she's dealing with being single and now going through alopecia. It's a lot for her, which is, you know, completely understandable. It seems like a lot for anybody. She says that she wish she would have started DJing earlier, but because she had to support her family and she was the sole supporter, I think at one point, it was just too hard to do it at the time. Alex says that he's learned so much about Jordan within her saying that, and he's got to know her on a deeper level with her he did last summer. And whew, Lord, Jordan almost immediately goes in on Alex. And she says that's not true, and the reason why that's not true is because you have my friend fucked up. Girl, what? He ain't say that much. What you mean he what? Wait, hold on. Jordan says that was so much vitriol, it is crazy. That only furthers my point that she is bitter in a sense. Like, seriously. Jordan says Alex wasn't trying to get to know her because, you know, he had her friend fucked up. She then continues saying Alex called her toxic and judged her and Googled and judged Shanice based on the incident that happened with her ex, who's a somewhat known actor. It was said that Shanice harassed and stalked her ex to the point he had to get a restraining order. Alex goes on to say that he didn't Google anybody, and the info about Shanice came from Nick. Well, damn, you just gonna throw your homie under the bus like that? Like, that was cold, but alright. Alex says he brought it up because he wanted Shanice to get in front of it and tell her side of the story. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. One thing I agree with Jordan on is that Alex definitely judged Shanice based on that. Because if you really wanted Shanice to get in front of the story and tell her side of the story, then you would have went straight to Shanice and told her what you found and told her to speak on it and give her side of the story versus than what you did. You basically shared the information with everybody, with the exception of Nick, because he's the one who gave you the information, right? But you shared the information with other people, which was messed up.
If you really wanted to protect Shanice, you would have went straight to Shanice, but you didn't. So I don't agree with that. That's where I don't agree with you on. And you did judge her based on what you read about her on Google about that whole situation with her ex. Shanice breaks down saying that Alex traumatized her by bringing it up, um, with it being rehashed on national television last season. Um, I don't think the trauma came from Alex. I think the trauma was already there with the situation with the ex. Alex really didn't bring it up, but he did, because he brought it to other people within the group. But I don't think he your trauma was there because of Alex. I think that was from the situation you was going through with your ex, and you were just embarrassed that Alex brought it up. But anyway, Shanice says that she's developed anxiety, and with any guy that she meets, they question her about that situation. Again, it was already out there prior to Alex bringing it up. If they wanted to Google you, that same situation was going to come up, just like it came up for Nick or whoever Googled it and sent it over to Nick, and Nick sent it over to Alex. I don't know how it all played out, but just like it came up on Google for them, it was gonna come up on Google for anybody else, right? But Shanice said that in that matter, she won the initial case, but her ex is now suing her for $20,000, and on top of that, he leaked her nudes. That's where her anxiety is coming from, in my opinion. Her anxiety, her trauma, because of that no shit ass dude that she dealt with. Because not for nothing, like, if you didn't have any hardcore proof that could have got her, you know, they could have found her guilty on for stalking and harassing you, why would you turn around and then sue her for $20,000 and then leak her nudes? Like, that's some bitch ass nigga shit. Like, bruh, chill. But anyway, while I do see that as being really messed up, two things Shanice needs to do. Number one, Shanice needs to go to therapy to deal with all the bullshit that's been taking place in her life in the past few years, from the ex, the lawsuit, the leaking of the news, her losing her job, all of that. She needs to deal with that in a healthy manner, because, you know, the way that she's going about it, and I know that she's just on vacation, so this is probably why she's drinking and partying the way that she is. She needs to develop healthier coping mechanisms when it comes to that situation, in my opinion. And I could be wrong. She probably is already going to therapy or whatever the case is. Number two, she need to stop sending nudes to these random ass guys, because if the dude that she used to actually mess with, who you consider to be your boyfriend, you were in love with at some point, or whatever the case was, if he leaked your shit, what makes you think these other dudes ain't gonna do the same thing if you, like, turn them down one way or another? Like, girl, just a couple episodes ago, if not the last episode, you were saying that you were sending nudes to one or two guys. So, girl, chill out on sending the nudes, okay? Like, chill on that. Anywho, Nick then says it was only brought up because Jasmine urged them to talk about it. Basically, I don't think Jasmine was looking at it in a way that she was trying to put anybody on the spot. I think she just wanted everybody to lay their shit out so we could resolve it and move on from it. I don't think she was being malicious in a way that she wanted to. And also, she was just, she trying to play the matriarch of the group or whatever the case is, because, she's the married one or whatever the case. So she was just trying to have everybody resolve all the issues as they came up. But something like that, I don't think that was appropriate to bring up on, camera. But it is what it is. It happened. But again, I don't think Alex was the cause of Shanice's trauma. That trauma was already there because it was already on Google. It was easy enough for them to Google. Any other person or any other guy was going to be able to find the same information that they found. So, right? Preston says that, they are all responsible for why people in the group choose not to share certain things. And I agree with that. People may feel like they are being judged, or they just might feel uncomfortable, or feel like a person's not going to accept them if they tell them certain things. So I completely understand that. Bria, this girl, comes in saying she's been unauthentic about her feelings of Mariah coming to the house. She says she doesn't feel comfortable with Mariah coming. She doesn't want Mariah there, and Mariah will be messing with her mental peace. Again, girl, shut up. Ugh. Jasmine at this point is just feeling bamboozled and tired of the bullshit. And shoot, if I was in her shoes, I would be too. It is exhausting. She's choosing to take her feelings on things day by day, moment by moment, because she's just not sure what she's gonna get from people. And it's sad. Like, it really is. Jasmine starts to get emotional. Amir and Jordan leave to the bar to get shots. Bree starts getting loud and starts, pumping her chest up, or whatever the case is, doing all these hand gestures and talking about she's just gonna start suppressing her feelings she was just doing the most. Ain't nobody call for all of that. Like, stop, girl. Ain't nobody, like, you are not hood. Stop with all that pump faking. Like, really, stop. Preston is getting so annoyed, as the rest of us is. And, girl, shut up. Anywho, Jasmine breaks down about coming into the house feeling isolated by almost everyone with the exception of Bria and Alex. She said that she came into the house not knowing where she stood with anyone in the house with the exception of Bria and Alex. And she thought that coming there this summer, she was going to be able to have fun and laugh and just feel supported and be around her friends, because she's going through a lot at the moment. Again, Jasmine earlier that day revealed to the cameras that she and Silas is expecting, and she hasn't said anything to anyone about it yet, because she was early on and she wanted to wait till she was in a safe zone into her second trimester, where she was able to tell everyone in the house. But at this moment, it was like she just felt so overwhelmed, and I felt so sad for her, because it is pretty much like she is alone, because her husband is not there. He's deployed. And then you got all of these people just like coming at her every day about something new that she said or should have said. Like, it's just too much. And as a pregnant woman, where your hormones are all over the place, your husband is not there, and you wanted to just be supported and feel safe, that's not what she's getting. And I feel bad for her. I really do. And I hope that the rest of the season goes better for her. I'm not sure when she's going to tell them that she is expecting, but I just hope the rest of the season goes better for her. I did see that she had a baby boy. I believe she named him Silas Jr. Okay. She had him in February. congratulations to her and Silas. I hope the baby is very healthy and she's doing okay. I hope that she is surrounded by, you know, people who love her and who's, you know, helping take care of her and the baby, because sometimes you just, you know, you never know with these things, especially when you're a popular figure, and Summer House is picking up a lot of traction this season. So I'm hoping to see them for another season and more and more and more seasons. But with that being said, I'm out. That's the end of my review. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to share me all over the place, including your social media. I am Kiki Speaks, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.